Okay, one more piece of the puzzle in, and this is something I got up here. I got up this morning at 8 o'clock to come out here and put this engine and transmission in. First thing I had to do is build my lift, because it comes apart, but it's one of those old heavy 60s model dudes that's just, well, I love the thing. I'm never going to give it up. I'll be buried with that thing. But I put that together, pulled the engine off the engine stand, coupled it up to the transmission that's been laying on that forever, picked them up, dropped them in here, got the transmission mounts and engine mounts bolted through by myself in about an hour and a half. I can't tell you how happy I was about that, because doing it by yourself with none of those high-tech tools that everybody seems to have can sometimes take a while, but it's all in there and looking nice and tidy, I must say. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do with the transmission mount, because I got to figure some way to get an extra pipe through there, because it's going to have duals on it. But everything is in and good, looking nice, and especially with all that shiny paint, it sure is pretty right now. Alright, out here today making a little headway on the suspension, so at least I can get it on the ground for the first time in, well, 5 or 6 months anyway. And I just got through putting those springs in, and those are the drop spindles right there. And as you can tell, it's a cold, drizzly day out here, which is actually a good day for doing this, because nothing makes me sweat like working with compressed springs, you know. Well, you know, when you're younger you think, well, I got everything covered, and as you get older you think, what is it I forgot that's gonna have this thing unload and send my jawbone into the next county. But that's on. The next couple hours I ought to get the links and tie rods and so forth in. What else am I going to show you? Oh yeah, let me show you this. I got my solution to the dual exhaust, and that is it right there. And you can see that is what I do with it. There it is. That right there is a piece of 5-inch steel pipe. It's 1/4-inch wall and has been welded into the crossbar. 1/4-inch wall, 5-inch. It ought to have enough room in there for putting dual exhaust, and I don't think with 1/4-inch wall it's going to be moving much, you know what I mean? Anyway, just before I buttoned everything up, just want a quick little video of everything, and see what we're getting to here. But I'm just glad those springs are in, because man, they just drive me buggy. They're scary. Alright, well, it is finally back down on its own feet after whatever 2 or 3 months now of being up some jack stands. But the engine, all that sort of stuff is back in. Complete suspension rebuild here, and right down to, you can see the 2-inch drop spindles there. All of that, tie rods, ball joints, every bit of that is new. All this is nice and shiny cleaned up here. And oh yeah, here are what the new wheels are going to look like. This one is just a spare. I was fortunate enough to actually find a spare in the junkyard, believe it or not. I got that wheel for $20. Another insane good deal on wheels. But that one is also 8 inches, but it just has a deeper back set. You should be able to see right here The rubber on that tie rod end is 7/32 away from the wheel. That's about as close as I would ever want to get. The tie rod itself is about a ½ inch or so from the tire. So I'm doing pretty good there. I don't think I'm going to need a spacer on that, but we'll see how it works out against the inner fenders when I get all that done. The sway bar isn't on there just yet, nor, as a matter of fact, are the new rotors, bearings, caliper, all that sort of stuff. I don't know how long this is going to be sitting here, but I don't want that new stuff to just sit here and rust while it's just sitting here when I've got these old rotors and bearings just laying there. But and I'm in an easier place to get in the engine bay right now. But we're back on our own feet. These right here are 225 tires. From this point right here, right on the edge of the tread, to that point, right on the edge of the tread, the 225s are 7.5 inches across there. That is an 8-inch wheel also. It's got 205s, and those are 7 inches of tread measured from the same spot. And over there on the Elky, those are 215s. They're all 16-inch, and the 215s are 7 1/4. So I think on the Cuddy here, we're going to put 215s on it because, well, the biggest reason is because the difference between with the tire that I want, the difference in price between the 225 and the 215, $30 a piece times 4. That's pretty significant for 1/4 of an inch that I'm just not going to miss. Not to mention that these things came with 195s on them, and I don't want to get the tread width so wide that I've got no weight on the contact patch. So anyhow, that's where we are right now. I know it's been a while since I posted an update, so I just want to get this one out and let you know where I am. And there's all the tubing for the transmission and over to the cooler. Transmission cooler. All this stuff is ready to start. Well, hopefully get all this engine stuff done the next week or so, and then start in on some body work. See you later, boys and girls.